Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Buckeye Bunny, and today, in honor of it being the spookiest of all holidays, we are going to be playing the demo of Strange Horticulture, a game where you get to play horticulturist as well as a detective. You have puzzles to solve as well as mysteries. As you meet the villagers who frequent your shop, add new plants to your collection, try to locate specific plants, and identify plants correctly. Although this is not a scary game, it does have a rich atmosphere that lends a subtle, spooky undertone. So, I hope you enjoyed today's game. And if you're interested in playing, it's on PC, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox. Let's begin. The streets of Undermere are narrow and claustrophobic. In many places, the buildings lean out at the upper floors so that the neighbors can reach across and shake hands. Or, more likely, exchange unpleasantries. Strange Horticulture is a small shop situated away from the main thoroughfares, but it has the advantage of being one of the few buildings in Undermere that stands alone. Plants, you may have noticed, need light, and light is in short supply at street level in this town. Recently, the shop passed to me after the death of my uncle. There is much to learn, but one thing is already clear. The rare and unusual plants that he stocked have their uses, after all. Day 1, Friday. I found it. An excerpt on the elusive wandering boo. Come to the library in Ambleside, and I'll tell you all about it. I even found something on the gilded dendra that might be of interest. Simone. P.S. Give Hellbore a good scratch behind the ear from me. Victoria Gray. I must have walked past this shop 100 times without ever stopping to look. What a wonderful place to spend your day surrounded by plants. I came here because I have an unusual request. At night I hear whispered voices too faint to hear clearly coming from the floor above me. But nobody lives up there. The rooms are empty. My curiosity has gotten the better of me. I must find out what they are saying. St. John's poppy. The vibrant petals of this flower can be brewed to create a draft that can greatly improve the imbiber's hearing ability. The flowers of the St. John's poppy are bright red with a yellow center. Apparently, this is the plant she needs in order to hear the mysterious source of the noises upstairs. So we are looking for a St. John's poppy in our plant collection. Red with a yellow center. Wait. This might be it. Could this be the St. John's poppy? we have correctly identified the St. John's poppy. And we have earned a book entry. Clavilium. According to the legend, clavilium can be used to open any lock, no matter how complex or secure. The heart-shaped leaves have earned this plant the nickname Lovelock. Following the note that we got when we began, I have clicked on the Ambleside location on the map, and here's what it says. The library here in Ambleside is one of my favorite haunts. Simone, the librarian, is always helpful and friendly, and shares some of my passion for unusual plants. Today, she's grinning ear to ear and can't wait to show me what she's found. She has found the gilded dendra. Do not drink the sap of this plant. The lips and veins will turn black as the blood succumbs to dendro's miasma. A sure and painful way to die. The poison is so potent that even touching the leaves of the plant can be painful. We will add this to our book. David Schaefer. Good morning. Bloody awful weather out there today. Good for the plants, though, eh? Got a letter for you. Thank you. Gosforth is a hateful town. I was beaten and robbed and left to die in the streets. After many days, I was rescued by a kind stranger, just as I had come to fear that wickedness had infected the heart of every soul in that cursed place. I began my recovery in the woods to the south of the town with a group of travelers. On the northeast corner of the wood, I sat and stared at a bright red flower, and tears flowed down my face at the reminder that there is beauty in this world. I shall be returning to Undermere soon. Warmest regards, Amos Duncan. I began my recovery in the woods to the south of the town with a group of travelers. So that's right there. On the northeast corner, I sat and stared at a bright flower. So that's right here. I shall be returning to Undermere soon. So, perhaps we are to get this flower for Amos. Perhaps is this the St. John's poppy? But it did not say red. I sat and stared at a bright flower. The area that this clue leads us to is right here. Let's click it. The wood has a calming effect on my mind. It does me good to escape into nature, away from the stench and clamor of Undermere. It is not long before I spy a bright flower among the trees. Aha! And that will acquire us a new plant, which we likely need to give to Amos, but we don't yet know what it is. And I think we have given all of our plants A quick drink now. Okay, let us call in another customer, perhaps to give us some more clues. Although, were these here before? Look on our desk. We have buttons. Ah, is this a code? I have not yet seen those symbols. Gilbert Ames. Something's got those witches in the forest stirred up. They're not letting anyone through. I had to take the long way around, down through Back Barrow. There's that town again. I never did trust that sisterhood. Anyway, I'm here now, and I've brought Fennet from the south to trade for some lemon dandy. So, we need to find lemon dandy, and in exchange we will get Fennet. Let's look up lemon dandy. Its curled leaves are thought to be the origin of the name of this plant, supposedly referring to a peeled lemon rind. Among several medicinal uses, the flower of the lemon dandy is mostly associated with curing afflictions of the heart. Curled leaves, similar to a peeled lemon rind. Well, it does not say a color. So, this is a potential candidate. Looks more of the cornflower family. However, it does slightly resemble the lemon dandy. The name lemon could be a misnomer, possibly. Now, the next candidate would be this plant. These petals do not resemble in size nor shape that of the lemon dandy. Plus, there is a presence of a red pistil. I do not think this is the lemon dandy. I don't think this is it either. No mention of thorns. And we are out of plants. What happens if we incorrectly identify the plant? I do not know. The curled leaves are thought to be the origin of the name. It mentions leaves, doesn't it? Not petals. Leaves. Well, this one does have curled leaves. Perhaps the picture is not much of a help for us. This plant does have curled leaves, similar to what a lemon might look like. I don't believe we have any other candidates, although, you know what? I take that back. Look at this plant. This has to be it. And then the name lemon dandy is a misnomer, or a red herring, if you will. The smell is faintly off-putting, but not overpowering. This looks like our picture, and the leaves match the description. I believe we have identified our plant. Let us give this one to Gilbert. We have correctly identified the lemon dandy. And we are rewarded with a plant. Aha. Next, Bay Swift. My dreams are becoming more vivid. I saw a woman with her face hidden behind a mask, and next to her, a terrifying black skeletal creature. It stood tall, its roving head scanning the landscape, and though it had no discernible face, I could sense a hint of expression about its features. It seemed to be laughing, but not the joyous laughter of a child, a sickly, horrifying laughter that chilled me like the first breath of winter. These past weeks have been getting worse. I need sleep. We need to find Forest Camphor, and she needs sleep. So, let us open our book of plants to the Forest Camphor. The strong-smelling bulb of this plant has a powerful soporific effect, making it a common ingredient in sleeping draughts. The camphor produces a beautiful rounded dark blue cluster made up of many smaller flowers. Dark blue cluster. Aha. Pungent but not unpleasant. Notice the presence of a bulb. The bulb is a soft yellow, the leaves are waxy. I believe we have identified the forest camphor. Let's see if we are right. And we did indeed guess correctly. And we have a new plant to add to our plant encyclopedia, the butterdale. Often found growing in clumps on valley sides, butterdale has been used for centuries as a cure for all manner of skin rashes. Dark green leaves can be stewed and mulched to form a poultice. The flowers smell buttery to some people. Okay, add that to our book. Next customer. Nora Butterfield. Interesting coincidence. Got any wandering boo? That always reminds me of, what's his name? That old hermit inventor, the Wanderer. Anyway, the boo if you've got it. Let us look. Wandering boo. Wandering boo. So called because this fungus can move slowly in the dark. It has been known to cover distances of up to several meters in a single night. The gills on the underside of this mushroom form beautiful flowing lines. They are also quite hard and sharp, earning this plant the nickname Finger's Bane. Hard and sharp. Well, let's take a look at our mushrooms up here. There's this one. Smells strongly of soured milk, bad enough to make my eyes water. Interesting. And then our other fungi, not as spongy as most mushrooms. That would concur with this. They're quite hard, not as spongy. Synonyms in not so many words. In fact, the undersides are somewhat sharp. Aha! And we have the same adjective, sharp. Red warts protrude from the caps. Now, the description omits the red warts, but again, that could be to throw us off. I think we are going to go with this one. Let's see if we're right. And we are correct. That is Wandering Boo. We have a new book entry. Lady of Summer. The leaves curl round delightfully, which combined with an attractive flower and a hardy nature, make this a sought-after ornamental plant. Aids with conditions of memory deterioration associated with old age. That looks like this plant. But we will not jump to any conclusions yet. Let's call forth our next customer. Oh, it looks like we have to end our day. It started when she found something. Something that she was not meant to find. A book tucked away in a forgotten corner. of the Ambleside Library. Row H, the third river, we have a new clue. I'm not sure what it means. And that is the end of the demo. Thank you for playing the Strange Horticulture demo. We hope you enjoyed it. The game is out now on PC, Mac, and Switch, and also on Xbox, I believe, as of this summer. Currently on Steam, the game is available for about half off, for less than $8. If you like cute and cozy games, and sometimes those that are a bit more atmospheric, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that like button. It helps more than you know. Thank you for watching and listening, and I hope you all have a safe and spectacular Halloween.